back to the Fertility Diaries. I'm Charly.
And I'm Portia, and each week we're here discussing all things fertility, ambition, identity, and everything in between.
We're not here as experts, we're here as two besties, living it, learning all about it, and here for the general chit-chat. So, Portia, tell us about your week.
I'm in my 2-week wait. Coming to you live and direct 8 DPO as it stands. I did do a pregnancy test this morning, so obviously we're meant to be testing from 8 to 8, 9, and 10, and then you stop by 11, don't you? Like, stop taking the prednisolone and the progesterone. Let me tell you, progesterone in a heat wave. My belly was just like
good.
bloated. No, I just felt hot and bleh. However, this week I'm feeling really, really good.
Good.
I had my hair done yesterday. I had my nails done. The steroids aren't affecting me that much. My skin is cleared up. So I'm doing all right. I'm feeling good.
Had a nice little glow up.
Yeah, had a glow up this week. Last week was just sweaty mess.
Yeah.
Would we ever have conceived in a heat wave? Will there be any babies born 9 months from last week? I doubt it, unless you have aircon.
Exactly, or super sperm. Or you've been icing your balls on the daily and plunge pooling, maybe.
Yeah, and Steve was not doing either of those things.
No,
so
Tony was not.
No, so if we conceived, it would probably be a miracle. But I may be the heat wave. Maybe a heat wave was what it took to warm up that warm my womb,
warm your womb. I mean, well done for in the heat wave. But it's bloody hot in that heat wave. There was one day where I was literally doing admin. I'm not joking. I was sat in my underwear. I think I actually just had a thong on. So if the door had rang, it would have been a joy. But I was literally like dripping. I was just tapping, brought my laptop downstairs, and I couldn't. I was literally just one big sweat ball. And
really
the thought
hot
of having sex was not on my radar.
No.
And then I thought all the sperms will be dead anyway. So
yeah. Well, my 2-week wait was during the heat wave, to be fair. So I let myself have every afternoon off last week. So I had like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday afternoon off, and I read 3 books, and it was gorgeous.
Wow. Oh, you're such a speedy reader.
Yeah, I'm such a speedy reader, and they were really good books as well. I read, if anyone wants to I'll do book talk recommendations. I read Martina Cole, Guilty. Martina Cole books, let's be honest, they're all the same. I find them very triggering. They're very like murder, gangs, drugs, prostitution. Like, it's a hard world out there. You just wouldn't want to be a woman back in Martina Cole's days. Very good though. Did enjoy that. I also read Frida McFadden, Dear Debbie. That was really good. Is that another Frida McFadden? They're thrillers, but you can read them in they are quite small books. You can kind of bash one out in a few hours and it's done. Because I find my problem is if I don't read it there and then, it's not getting finished. Like, it needs to be. I need to commit to it and hyperfixate on it and binge it. And then the last book I read, which I've had hanging over me since like probably October, was the book Slags. It's called Slags. It was crap. I didn't really understand it. I didn't really get it. But yeah, it was quite disappointing. For a book that had such a promising name.
Very promising.
Had a really promising name, but the book wasn't so good. So yeah, that was I had a really nice I've been having a lovely 2-week wait, and this week I'm feeling really good. I'm not feeling bloated anymore. We're on month 2 of like my vitamin regime. I did a little update the other day on our podcast page, TikTok actually. But yeah, I'm not sure if it's like the vitamins. I'm just feeling really good. I've got more energy. I'm eating well. I also posted like my dinner on our Instagram page. If you don't follow us on social, guys, do follow us, because we're starting to post more like things like what we're eating, what we're doing. I know. We've been a bit slack, so apologies, but we are going to try and improve.
Yeah, it's all right. Your dinner looked really good, and you told me if I need to post my dinner. I posted it on my
posted your dinner on your own page, and I was like,
okay,
gatekeeping. Don't gatekeep from the podcast. Because it was like a nice healthy salmon dinner.
I know. It was actually. Oh, it was sea bass.
It was sea bass.
Yeah, but then I did drizzle loads of sweet chilli over it. So
and what? Like, you can enjoy your life.
It wasn't
sweet chili sauce. Not like McDonald's, is it?
It's true.
So yeah, we are going to start sharing more. And also I shared on there the other day, I did a tallow and ash order, and then I posted it, and then one of our listeners was like, oh, is that a 50% off code I see? And I was like, it is indeed. So I've also put the 50% off code for tallow and ash, guys, on the highlights. It's in the Portia highlight. But I think what we should do is actually start a highlight for like any discount codes or like recos. Maybe we should have like a little reco one. Because the tallow and ash order was so good. They had it was tallow and ash's 3rd birthday. So they had this like offer from like 6 p.m. and I was running out of my method which I was going to buy again because you can get on Amazon, and I do like Prime, and I know it's actually really bad for the environment probably, but whatever. But Italian Ash had this birthday, and it was like, first 5,000 orders will give you like a birthday present. And I was like, okay, nice. And I wanted to try the icing on the cake then. Oh my God. Because I first of all was a bit like, ooh, icing sugar. That's like a bit sweet. But
I
when I
icing
read the
sugar.
notes, it's like vanilla-y, tonkery, sandalwood, like all the things we love.
Sounds good.
So I was like, okay, let's try it. And then I got some samples of the cocoa butter one, which I've just actually watched all these photos. Like,
does it smell good?
Yeah, it's like, it's not chocolatey as such, but it's like, it's quite it's a bit myrrh and tonkery.
Okay, but
it's really nice. Yeah, it's really, really nice. And I think I would probably like the cocoa bar. I think in the winter, like winter clothes washed, like your jumpers washed in it. Yum.
Nice.
So that was a good shout. And yeah, you could get 50% off with the code. I don't get any money back if you get 50% off, sadly, but I think I get points towards my next order. But then in the little birthday thing, they gave me 2 samples of icing on the cake and a little icing on the cake candle and a box of matches.
Yeah. Oh, that's cute.
So that was nice.
And I do like with the tallow and ash with the samples, they give you the fabric conditioner and the washing stuff, don't they, as well? Like with
I found it weird from the other brand when you didn't get.
Yeah, I only got washing stuff. Yeah. So no fabric conditioner. But
that's weird. You need a conditioner to see the full thing, don't you? To see what it's going to smell like.
Yeah, exactly. And I did, after you said about that, I was like, oh, I must go and do that later. And then I completely forgot. And then I saw yours. I was like, oh, I forgot the birthday thing. But I think I'm going to, when I run out of my Santal, I think I'm going to order some pistachio.
Yeah, pistachio is nice. It is. I mean, they have so many nice scents. You can also get, I think, I was looking yesterday, the Discovery bundle where you get like a full size conditioner and detergent. And then you get the sample pack as well, which I think is like 5 samples. It's like $12.99.
That's actually really good.
Yeah, and then if you get 50% off that, I'm assuming 50% off works on that. Like, that's so cheap. And delivery's like £2-3. So yeah, would highly recommend that. And the code is on, at the moment it's in the Portia highlight. We might move it, but we've got a code, so go use it.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll go use that.
So that's my week. How have you been?
Well, mine's quite similar actually. So I think last week I was worried about my spots. They were like spotting. I think it was maybe hormonal. I was due on my period, so that could have been why. My period came, and then do you know what? Ever since, like, my skin, it's clearing up. It's not actually that bad. It's obviously I've been doing my skincare and everything. I've been using my vitamin C serum, but I wonder if it's to do with my bone broth. I've been having religiously a bone broth a day, even in the heat wave. I had it.
That's not going to give you spots.
No, I mean, it's helped.
Oh, I thought you were saying sorry, I was like, what? Yes, it probably has because there's a collagen in there as well. It's probably skin helping with like skin turnover. Yeah,
exactly. I'm wondering if it's to do with that because I'm feeling like my skin's looking all right at the moment, and like the only thing, well, I've just been taking vitamins and stuff, but like that one a day is good. It's just that little protein hit with like the collagen, and like I actually really like it as well. I think I'm a bit addicted at this point. It's really tasty. My one. So and I've just been drinking it like a cup of soup. Back in the day when I used to drink like 1 cup of soup a day.
It looks like tea when you pour it, doesn't it? I was
really, just have to mix it in a bit. Yeah, you have to mix it in a bit because I did get a clump the other day, and I was like, oh no, that's not so good. But I probably will have another one today. And it was really good. So I'm hoping that has. I mean, I'm just going to keep going with it actually as well. I found a good brand that I like called Hunter and Gather. I think I got it from Holland & Barrett when it was on offer. So
good shout.
Yeah, I do like a good Holland & Barrett
card as well.
I do.
Yeah,
and I think I may have got
a Holland & Barrett card if you shop in Holland & Barrett. How good is that Holland & Barrett by me?
That one was really good.
Yeah, if you're in the Midlands, Merry Hill, Holland & Barrett, that drink's fridge.
That was a nice one. It looked really modern, your one.
It's new.
Okay.
I don't think it used to be though. It used to be somewhere else. I can't remember where it used to be, but they redid it like literally last year or the year before.
Yeah. Oh, I went to the new Look Fantastic yesterday as well.
So
in Bristol,
jealous.
Cabot Circus. I didn't have much time, so it was like a quick pop in and pop out. So, and I thought, well, if you come down, we can go together. But it was really cool. I was like, oh, this is really nice. I just needed more time to look in. But
isn't that a random place to have a Look Fantastic? So they've only got 2 stores, I think. Or maybe there's probably one in London, but like Manchester and Bristol. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. And also, they've recently opened a Sephora in Cabot Circus. And opposite Sephora is the Boots Beauty. So they've literally got like this all open.
And
busy,
you have a Harrods Beauty at Cribs Causeway as well. You've got it all. I'm quite jealous. I live in Birmingham. We've not got half that stuff.
I
We've
always
got
thought
Sephora.
Birmingham was better.
We have Space NK as well, to be fair. You've got Space NK.
Okay, yeah. There's a Space NK in Cribs Causeway now. Yeah, Cribs Causeway. It's really small though.
Yeah, they are though. They're not. The one in Birmingham is 2 floors actually, but usually they are quite small.
Oh wow, 2 floors. Yeah, that's good.
It's a good one.
But yeah, it was quite nice to pop in there. And also, I think, speaking of like feeling better and stuff as well, I've been doing my workout classes, and I actually have got a lot more energy, and I think it's to do with the iron tablets.
Oh, good. Have you been having less dizzy spells?
I have. I still get them randomly, but like I did a class this morning. I was like, oh, that's so good. I'll do a 6 a.m. class before the podcast. I'll get so much in before we start recording. And literally, I am so optimistic with the time. I was like, where has this time gone? I was up at 5 and I'm like, 20 to 10, like, shit, we've got to go. I've got like 20 minutes. But
I was running late today though as well.
Yeah, which is when you did message me. I was like, oh, brilliant. And then the washing machine is finished. I was like, oh, I'll get my load, hang up on the line.
It's not even nice weather here today.
Oh, no, it's sunny here. It's nice. I walked down there and it was
going to rain.
Oh, I hope
it's like we're on the brink of rain. Keep an eye
out. No, it's not. It's nice.
How's your cardiac problems?
Yes.
Have you submitted your monitor?
No.
You've not done it yet?
Do you know why I didn't? Because I went on holiday. It arrived before holiday.
You've been back from holiday weeks.
Yeah, and then you can't shower. You can't get it wet for like 48 hours or something like that. And I was about to do it, and then that heat wave came, and I was like, I am not putting it on in the heat wave.
Long? Like you were back off holiday like the second week in June.
Yeah,
and the heat wave was only last week.
I can't really remember.
They're not going to have a go at you for like keeping it too long.
Wow.
There's other patients who need it, Charlie.
No, I think it's a singular use one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I am going to put it. I need to put it on.
Sounds wasteful.
I went. Well, the thing is, my dizzy spells have kind of like stopped a little bit. I know I need to do it, but do you know the funny thing is,
I had tablets then.
Yeah, but like I did say to a lady in my class the other day, I was like, I need to do this heart rate monitor, and she's like, you do need to put it on. And I was like, I know. And then they've been ringing my parents' home phone.
Why? Oh, yeah, mum and dad.
Yeah. Well, then apparently there was a missed call on the voice on the home phone machine, and Emma was like, someone's trying to call you from this random thing, and I was like, I've never heard of that before. I don't know what that is. And I was like, why are they ringing my home phone? Like it got delivered to my home in Bristol. Like, why? It's so weird. Yeah. Anyway, we googled the number, and it was the heart rate monitor people. So I was like, they surely have my mobile number because it's linked to the doctor's. But yeah, so I do need to do it. Do you know what? I will put it on tonight.
Oh my God, they're probably calling them. Do you have to your parents as your like emergency contact? Do they think they may be like, oh my God, she's not submitted it. She's dropped dead. She had a heart attack. And they're trying to call your next of kin. Why else would they be ringing that number?
Yeah, they're away.
Yeah. Paula and Stephen don't care. They're off sunning themselves.
And Emma's like, I'm not answering the phone. I'm a Gen Z.
Oh my God, the heart rate people at this point, they're probably like, you'll have someone knock on the door probably, come check for your well-being.
Oh God, I didn't think of it like that. I just thought I wondered why they're calling my home phone. Like, so random. But yeah, maybe I will put it on. I'm going to do it
like reassure them that you're alive and well.
I'm still alive, and my dizzy's. Yeah, I just don't want to shave my chest. I'm an avoidant.
Oh my God.
Anyway, but
we've also got another update this week. So we've had our updates. We've got Jodie's update this week. So our lovely listener Jodie, who we were talking about, who went to Cyprus. We were talking, weren't we, about her protocol and how she has to lie down and stuff after. So she did actually send me a little message. Sadly, Jodie's embryo transfer didn't work, but she did say the success rate in her clinic was 70, because we didn't know some of the details, did we? And I was butchering the story. Success rates in her clinic was 70%, depending on embryo quality. So the 2 that she transferred were 70% chance of working, but the next 2, because they're lower quality embryos, she was given like a 60% chance of working. She wasn't allowed to go in the sun from 11 till 3, nor in the pool for at least 3 days. And this I thought was really interesting. No scented products for 3 days, including shower gel or shampoo.
Oh, wow.
And she said if you get intralipids, they do that immediately after your transfer when you're still laid down. She didn't have them this time, but she would have them next time. So, yeah, that really interesting, isn't it? Of like how different it is. I'm sure in Turkey, they're literally like, okay, you can go in the pool now. See you later. Bye. So different.
That's
like,
so
England,
crazy,
they don't
isn't
tell you
it?
any of that, do they? Yeah.
No, not at all. Like, it's just crazy how like all like clinics abroad, UK are all so different, like different protocols and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
but she sent us that
amazing.
update, so I thought I would let everyone know, because obviously we were talking about it quite a lot, and we're really sorry it didn't work, Jodie, but we
are sorry.
We love you, and we hope you're okay.
Yeah. Do you know what's interesting? You know, I told you, and we'll touch on this maybe in another episode, but the lady who I met who runs a Greek food trailer, she was telling me that she had a miscarriage. She's a bit older than us, and her son is like 20 something now, and then she was living in Greece, and then she was cut bleeding, so she went to the doctors, and the Greek doctor was like, "Do you want this baby?" And she was like, "Yes, I do." And they like literally like gave her all of these different stuff to like help her, but in the UK they didn't help her. Like, it's crazy. So like they were like, "We'll give you this, this, and this, and this," and then
So what?
it stuck. Keep the baby, and then I think
even though she was miscarrying.
No, yeah, she'd miscarried before, and then she was bleeding.
Right.
Then this is a second pregnancy, and then she was bleeding, and then they were like, They basically said to her, "Do you want this baby?"
What the fuck?
Yeah, and she was like, "Yes." So they were like, "Right, we'll do everything we can to help her."
Because they don't do anything like that in the UK, do they? It's kind of a bit like if you start bleeding, they're like, "Oh well," especially when it's really early bleeding, like EPU and stuff. Because if they can't even scan you till like 6 weeks and stuff, they're just a bit like, "Sorry, like, see out, we just have to wait and see."
Yeah. But then on the flip side of that, she said that the care that if you have a baby in Greece, is literally like, "There we go, there's your baby. Good luck."
I mean, is it any different in the UK?
I think it's a little bit better in the UK, but compared to France is like a whole other level of like care. Like they give you like a pelvic floor doctor. They give you like loads of stuff. So
wow, have you seen that? I think Jamie and Sophie Habu were meant to have done it, but I saw someone I follow on Instagram had gone. She gave birth at the Portland and then went to the Mandarin Oriental, where they have this like baby camp, and you can go with your newborn, and like there's like nannies, 24-hour nannies, and they teach you how to look after the baby, and they give you like massages and like let you sleep through the night and like let you heal. So I think her and her partner went there for like a few days, like baby boot camp. Yeah.
Well, yeah,
because
leave,
actually,
though, would you? No, I'd be like, how long is it? How much to stay here forever?
I think that is literally about $2,000 a night. So, and if you think it's probably a birth at the Portland's what, about 30 grand. If you go for like top tier, then if you've had 5 days there, 40 grand. Then I suppose we've got the money. Like, gorge.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wow. Well.
So yeah. So this week we were sent a voice note on TikTok, and I'm not going to play the voice note because we were asked not to play it. It was really good. The lady's voice, the accent was just really made the story.
I was enjoying her accent.
Yeah. And she was like, I'm not sure if it's a dilemma or if it's a discussion point. And actually, it was so interesting that we thought it's probably a whole episode.
Yeah.
So thank you for your inspiration for that. Yeah. So I'm going to summarize the story and try not to butcher it. But basically, this lady is 33. She's been with a partner 10 years and has had a wonderful relationship. In that time where they've been trying, she said she's had 7 losses. She's had a couple of ectopics. She had to have a surgery. She had this one, they told her she had a molar pregnancy. I think it was like in Barbados or the Bahamas or something. And then they thought she had like cancer. Like, it was this whole thing that she didn't, and it was just bizarre. Anyway, she did 1 round of IVF and it ended in miscarriage. So this lady is, I'm not sure I just said, 33 years old. Partner, wonderful. Fiance, actually, wonderful. Allowed her to grow. Proper golden retriever energy. We love that. She's getting married in 7 weeks, and he has just been on his stag do. So I don't know where they went, but they went to one of those peep shows where there's like the €2 for a little peekaboo. All steaming, and the stags on the stag do paid for him to go in a private booth. There was a glass screen between him and the dancer, and from what I understand, he basically, you sit and have a whack.
Do you have to do that, or do you just sit and watch?
Well, he did. So I'm not sure if it was mutual where she was doing it too, or she sat and watched him do it. But there's like a glass screen in between them, and there was a king going on, right?
Okay.
Masturbation.
Yes.
She said he came home and told her straight away, and said his justification of it was, well, it's just a glorified version of porn. It's like live porn, basically. He didn't he's not touched her, he's not done anything else. but there's this glass screen. She feels like it's a huge betrayal. She's like, this woman's like watched him do that to himself. Like, it's disgusting. How can she marry this man? And not only that, but stand in front of his friends who she knows egged him on and paid for that and encouraged him to do it. She said she thinks it's been a huge lapse in judgment. He came home, told her straight away. She kicked him out. He was out in a hotel for 4 nights. He's like pacing around, knows he's completely fucked up. He knows he's crossed the line, that he's crossed her boundaries. But she's a bit like, look, what do I do here? Is it just this lapse in judgment and we move past this? But obviously I've only got 7 weeks to get over it before there's this wedding and I hate his friends. Or do I just leave him? But then she's like, if I leave him, there's a chance I'm not going to get my baby. And she said, men repulse her in general. She can't be bothered to meet another one. Feel that 100%. And so she's a bit like, do I have to stay to get my baby? And then she was like, does this open a thing, like a conversation of, there must be other women who feel like this, who are at that age. I mean, she's 33, so she's early 30s. She's not kind of mid to late 30s. Well, that's personally what I felt it kind of changed was mid to late 30s. But I also remember thinking when I was 33, you haven't got much time left. You know, you do, don't you? You think you feel older than you are. But she was just like, if I leave my partner, I might never be a mother. So do I just have the baby? And then if this wasn't a lapse in judgment and he turns out to be a prick, leave him later down the line with the baby, have the baby and then sack him off. And I was like, oh,
it is a lot.
Once I'd got Pat, like, because at the end of the day, I think there's a few bits to break down, right? There's you're on a stag, you're giddy. Stags.
Yeah.
I mean,
stuff happens.
Part of me was like, what the fuck did he tell her? Like,
you've
not, because it's a funny one. You've not cheated. Like one of our friends' partners went on a stag do the other day. They go like, he organised a strip club. She like probably, I think she probably fucking helped him organise it. Like, do you know what I mean? Like for his friend, they organised a strip club, and like it's normal for men to go to strip clubs. You know, this same friend had strippers at her hen do. Yeah. Some people are into it. I'm personally not really the biggest fan of strippers anyway. I don't really like male strippers. I think they're gross. No offense. I just don't want you waving your willy in my face. But like, and I wouldn't really like it. But then I kind of think like if Steve went to a strip club, I'm a bit like, I don't think he would, because I think he's a bit like,
yeah. Women. I don't think it would bother me about the strip club.
But we've not just had a dance here. But then is that worse than a dance? Because
but it's real, like that's like, I know he says it's a bit like porn, but it's literally like it's real life. That's a real life person.
But there is a sheet of glass. Playing devil's advocate, a sheet of glass in between. Is it worse to have a woman with her crotch in your partner's face, gyrating, titties in the face, or she's behind the glass, he can't touch her? It's not really real, is it? It is a bit. I kind of get the simulation of porn because he's just there. I mean, it's really...
Well, I think that happens a lot, probably. Like, I think there's this pressure maybe for, like, strip clubs and stuff for men, and then, like, go in, and they're probably like, oh, actually... In my head, they're a strip club. They're just all in, like, seats, and then they're watching. In my head, then the women are not dancing on the men. But maybe they are. They obviously are, aren't they?
Yeah, if you go pay for a dance... If they're not, if you're in a strip club, if you pay for a private dance, that's where, though, that would piss me off, because that's where they end up spending a lot of money. I follow a lot of strippers on TikTok, and they do this, like, money count at the end of the night. Yeah. And they'll always be like, oh, I was in VIP, and like she's like, oh, you know, and it's so icky as well, because they're like, oh, you know, like I managed to persuade him to, and they are seeing these men as walking bank accounts. So that's the thing. There's no emotion. They're literally like, he looks like a sad act. He'll pay me like 500 quid for me to just be, and they tell them all this shit they want to hear. Like, oh my God, just so hot. Like, they're lying. They're just doing their job to earn as much, they take as much money from you as they can. And what would annoy me, I think, if someone had a private dance, would be like, well, that's money we could have spent on a holiday, and you've just spent it on fucking having your ego massaged by someone who is manipulating you, and you're too, like, you can't even see that. It's like male strippers and stuff like they don't fancy you. Like, I'm sorry, they don't. They might be there getting you up on stage and like licking your thigh or something. They don't fancy you. They've probably got missus at home. Like, no.
Yeah, I wonder what they think about their job, about the strippers.
Well, they're going to earn as much money as possible, aren't they? And unfortunately, the thing is, the good thing about this is, A, he's not paid, so more for his friends. And if I was their girlfriends, I'd be more pissed off that they paid their money for that.
Yeah,
but also, it's just weird. And I do think it sounds like it was a real lapse in judgment. But I said to her, 33, it isn't old, but when you've got a fertility history like she has with these 7 losses, I do see why I mean, I don't think it's a big enough betrayal to warrant cancelling a wedding, personally.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
It's not like he hasn't cheated, he's not had an affair, he's not got a gambling addiction or a drink addiction. There's a lot worse things that could be happening here. He has had a real lapse in judgment and probably feels like the shame and dirtiness he feels is probably...
He must have felt so bad to admit it as well.
Like, do you know what also made me laugh? Her hen do was after, I was chatting to you about it, her hen do was after the stag do, and I was a bit like, God, if one thing you're going to do, if you admit it, like, giving her a hall pass to do what she wants.
I was going to say, she's going to be letting loose.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's a real predicament. So I asked them I took to Instagram yesterday. Now I didn't give this poll a full 24 hours because I didn't, by the time I thought to put one up, we were kind of fine. But anyway, and I butchered the wording, but I did say, have you ever been in a relationship or had a really bad argument? I mean, argument's underselling it, isn't it?
Yeah.
And thought, I have to stay if I want the chance to have a baby. 22% said yes, 78% said no. So I was thinking, okay. Then, so I thought, right, change it up. So I put, would you be more inclined to think this if you were mid-30s and older? So even though this woman's 33, I thought, let's crank it up a bit.
Yeah.
Mid-30s and older, and say if your partner had cheated, the stats changed significantly. 39 people said yes, that they would consider just staying for the baby. 28% said no, and 33% said maybe. So it did change the scenario then.
Yeah, okay.
So the general gist of it is that
the older you get,
72% of people would at least consider staying just for the baby if they were past mid-30s in that situation.
Oh, wow.
So she's definitely not alone.
Yeah. She's not alone. And I think the thing is, she's been with her partner for like 10 years. So that's quite a lot of history as well.
Yeah. And again, he's not done anything else in that time. It really is lapse in judgment. Why on this stag do though? Do you know what it reminded me of? Do you remember Andy Carroll did it to Billy Mucklow?
Yeah.
And I mean, look how that ended. He ended up they're not together anymore anyway, to be fair. But like wasn't he pictured in bed with some girls? I mean, that was very different as well, by the way.
Yeah.
He was pictured in bed with some girls in Dubai. And again, this woman took the picture of her and Andy Carroll for clout. She wasn't there because she's like, do you know what I mean? And obviously he probably wasn't there because he was like, oh, what an amazing woman. But he got used and she sold it to the papers. Yeah. And then what did that do? It ruined like the lead up to their wedding, probably ruined their wedding. It's one of those things, once you've had a drink, you'd be wanting to bring it up, wouldn't you? But my biggest thing of this whole thing would be, I wouldn't want his friends at the wedding after that. Even though I know it's like lad banter, I'd feel a bit like, or I'd at least want to like tell all their wives and girlfriends and be like, your partners are scummy. I want to do something and like, I would kick off, I think.
Yeah, I think I would as well. It's just like,
it's gorgeous golden retriever's been led astray.
Yeah, and the lads just egg them on, don't they? And I don't know why they've got this whole thing about like stag do's where it's like, oh yeah, stag do. Like even like Love Island. Do you still watch it? Casa Amor?
Oh my God,
poor Sean.
Yes.
Sean was like egged on to me. He was made to feel bad that he wasn't doing enough.
Everyone is trolling him online now as well.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, wait till Sean gets home, he won't get a welcome. And I'm like, oh my God, like wait till movie night. And I'm like, oh, really? No one's saying anything about the fact Lola licked that guy from head to toe.
Yeah, but she was like, I've done it discreet, like done it in my corporate.
Well, she
still licked him.
Yeah, and she didn't have to crouch over him like that.
No, exactly. But yeah, like it goes to a point like that. It goes on to egging on, doesn't it? Like, go on, lads.
And then it's like the girls in Casa Amor where they're sending those like selfies and stuff. That is like what girls are like in strippers. It's like they have a job to do.
Yeah. Well, Tony went to a strip club on his stag do.
Did he?
Yeah, but that came out at the wedding because one of his friends were like, "Oh yeah, do you remember we went to the strip club?" I was like,
at
what?
The wedding?
Like one of the friends was like, it came up the next day, like when we had the Sunday like party.
Oh, thank God it was the day after. I was going to say, if that would have genuinely, I would have lost my shit.
I was like, what strip club? And he did say, to be fair, he was like, yeah, we walked out. Like, yeah, whatever. But one of the boys did stay and have a dance. And
it was Tony.
Yeah, one of the boys.
Once one of them's broken the trust there, you can't trust a word any of them say. They probably did walk out, probably all stayed.
I was a bit like, what? Yeah. And then I was like, oh, it's done now. And they're like, well, we're married now. Like,
to be honest, it's a men thing. Like some of our friends do like that kind of thing. I don't particularly like strippers. I just don't find it. I find
do
it
you know? I used to
like Magic Mike on TV.
Oh, do you? Yeah, I just like what's his face, Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
But I used to fly her for that strip club in Torquay. That was
Tiffany's.
connected to. Was that what it was called? I can't remember.
Yeah, it's called something. My dad the other day, we were driving past, and me, Steve, and my dad were in the car, and I was like, "Why is that building?" And I was like, "It's a strip club. It's always been." He was like, "Is it?" And you're like,
yes. I mean, to be fair, I was working for the Apple and Parrot.
Is it called Tiffany's now? It used to be called Tiffany's.
I don't remember. Yeah, I think it did used to be called Tiffany's. But I was working at the Apple and Parrot, and they're owned by the same people. They were owned by the same people. And so when like some days they'd be like, "Oh, can you go out and flyer for the strip club?" And I'd be like, "Hello." Giving up.
Did they think you were like a stripper? Like, come out? Yeah.
No, I don't think they did. But I don't know. I was young and be like, "Yeah, hello." But young and naive, like, I'm just doing my job. I work really hard.
Oh my God, that's so funny. But yeah, I just think men, we've said it before, men are from Mars, women are from Venus, and everyone is just so different. Massive lapse in judgment, but stay and get your baby.
I think we can, I think you can stay and get your baby. Forgive, but don't forget.
Yeah.
Keep that one in the memory, you know. Or let go of all the grudges and don't hold the grudge.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. I would be, it's one after a drink, you'd be like, and another thing.
Yeah. If I remember that time.
Yeah. Like, I'm a clinger sometimes to things. I will cling to anything that's annoyed me. And it might be something like I've looked at the vase over there because Steve just came in and he knocked the vase over, and I just keep looking at it like he just nearly knocked that over. Like, he didn't knock it over, but I will knock it. He'll get all day. I'll be talking about like, you just nearly ruined my vase. I'm just like, I can be a bit like that, yeah. But no, thank you for sending that in. As I said, I think it's one of those things. It's shocking when you first hear it, but I think when you break it down, we can move past this. I think she has decided to move past it.
Yeah, good. And again, it goes back to communication, doesn't it? And like being like, "Look, that was not okay. This is how I feel."
But it's just annoying when they do it before, like, it's like a wedding where you've then, like, you're like, well, it's like you find out the strip club, but you're locked in now, too late.
Yeah.
If that'd be a deal breaker for you, like, too late. Yeah. She's only got 7 weeks to get over it. Like, it's not fair to put someone in that position. However, I hope you had a really great Hendy if you're listening.
Yeah. And actually, to be fair, better to be told than to be told after the wedding, because then you'd be like, it would probably ruin.
Yes, at least you've got informed. Yeah. It's informed consent to marry you.
Yeah, when the registry people are asking you, they ask you, like, if you're going to be okay marrying this person.
Yeah.
She'll be like, well, actually.
And it puts a lot of pressure on, like, you know, you have been through a lot. You've had a lot of losses. Yeah. You know, people just can get carried away. And I think that's the thing. I was reading in I say I read 3 books and gave book talk. I actually read 4 because I finished 5, actually. I finished Emma Grede. So I hadn't started. I did this thing where I started Emma Grede and then didn't finish it, and then I started Zeta, and then I was a bit like, I've got like a few books on the go now. So I finished Emma Grede, boxed it off. Then I went back to Zeta and I finished Conceive. But there is 4 P's in this book, and it did make me think of it. So she's not talking about R 5, 6, 7 P's. She's talking about the 4 P's, which is pressure, panic, performance, and the fading of pleasure. So she asks you to sit down in your couple, if you are a like heterosexual couple and you're TTCing, how can we take the pressure off each other and have this as a discussion? Because she says this is the one thing that, like, you can just ruin relationships, is this constant trying to conceive and the stress of it. What does each of us really need right now? How can we reconnect, not just physically but emotionally? And the nervous system responds powerfully to partnership. So I was thinking that probably goes back to tribe mentality, because that is a reason why we are programmed to be like, must find man and partner up, must procreate. Like, that is like tribal, isn't it? Like, we seek, like, that's why we have community. Like, we seek.
Yeah, we're not meant to be alone.
It's not safe to be alone. Well, no, because you're not safe. You're not safe from predators, are you, when you're like an animal? Yeah. So it all kind of dates back to that, doesn't it? So I was thinking that, like, that's why your nervous system does respond so powerfully to partnership, because it's that safety feeling and that tribe mentality. So yeah, like, I just think it was a really interesting. This book is actually so good. Also, this book, another thing, I did do a story on it the other day. I didn't realise, but it actually talks you through each step if you're doing IVF. Like, it also talks about GLP-1s as well.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's really good. But it talks about, like, kind of how to cope through IVF and stuff, which I thought would be quite useful. I also recommended it to someone the other day. She was saying she just feels a bit like depleted, and I said, if you feel depleted, I feel like you need to read and you want to reconnect with yourself, read this book. But I just got so much benefit from it when I read it, like, properly the other day. But yeah, there is a whole section on relationships.
That's good.
And yeah, it's like
She
talking about
writes,
stress. Like she said, stress and
yeah.
relationship dynamics, like how it affects your stress on the body. And she talks about like even stuff like cervical secretions, a quiet signal of safety. It just kind of relates your body back to like
Yeah.
why our body does what it does.
She writes good books, doesn't she?
Beautifully written this as well. It's very like poetic.
Yeah. I'd love her to do an audio version so I could just
I'm
listen to her
surprised she
voice.
hasn't. You should message her about that.
Yeah, I
This
wonder
must
what
be in the
what
pipeline because she's got such a lovely
Yeah,
voice. It'd be really
she
nice to
does,
listen
doesn't
to.
she? I feel like I could put that on at night time and just
Oh
listen and
yeah, that would be ideal. Well, she does visualizations
unwind.
and stuff, doesn't she? And they're lovely. But yeah,
Yeah.
would really recommend, like especially if you're kind of feeling like a bit. If, as I said, in your couple, like they're sensible things to do, isn't it? Like, how can we take the pressure off each other? So maybe it's like, well, actually, I don't like it when it's, you pull me at 7 o'clock and say we need to, or you haven't done taking your vitamins and you haven't eaten well and now we need to go and I'm ovulating, so we need to go and have sex. Actually, maybe it's about, I think I'm going to be ovulating this week. What does this week look like for you for work? Like, what can we do this week to maximize our chances? Do you know what I mean? Like, kind of
Making a plan
what's each
together.
of us really need to eat right now? Actually, I need a bit of like space to myself. Okay, so like maybe you can go out like with your friends on Saturday, and then we'll do something together on Sunday.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something like I said the other day when me and Steve went for that picnic and it was just so nice. Like, it's not a holiday. It's not it's not nothing extravagant, but it was just some time off our phones, out in nature, the ducks. But it made a real difference. So I do think there's a lot in that. So yeah, when I was reading the book, I thought this is a really positive idea. So maybe actually, listener who sent that in, maybe go and get yourself get him to buy you the book.
Yeah. Yeah, as a sorry present.
Yeah. And also couples therapy as well. If you can't get past that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Always an option.
Yeah, I think that one session that Tony and I had when I was doing counselling was like such a game changer.
Yeah.
It was really, really useful, the one we did together. So, and it goes like back to like building that strong foundation, doesn't it? I feel like you do need a strong foundation going into fertility treatment, IVF, like trying to conceive.
Yeah.
Because because when it does work as well, you're going to need that strong foundation even more. So
someone in one of the group chats I'm in today was saying I was a bit like, Charlie, is this you? Were you in the Antalya chat? She was a bit like, I've been like, we've just paid the deposit and now I'm suddenly thinking, is this the right thing? What if I'm a rubbish mum? What if this breaks our relationship? And I was like, I think that's completely normal when you've just like committed to something, isn't it?
Yeah, I've gone through those feelings many a times.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
But yeah, good to talk to your partner. Good to not blame each other for everything. Good to have that foundation.
Blame is huge, though, do you not think?
Yeah.
Like, it's so. I blame Steve for everything.
Yeah. Well, it's so easy, and it's literally like, oh, why are you having that beer? Like, sorry, there's a fly. Like, why are you having that beer? Like, that's not good. But you shouldn't blame. I don't know. Like,
and then
you're
like,
get cycle.
Like you went out with your friends, and then we didn't do what we needed to do, and now I'm not pregnant this month, and it's your fault.
Yeah.
So
but you don't
easy
know whose
to
fault
get
it
into
is.
that.
Yeah.
No, do you know what? This is quite topical, but IVF Babble, the account, posted today Georgia Toffolo's. She's come out a couple of months ago and said she's struggling with getting pregnant, and then they've reposted her. I just feel it's a real thing out there at the minute where there's a bit of hate on people who are influencers and get into the fertility space. I feel.
Really?
She's just been sharing her journey about like how she's finding it really tough. And IVF Babble shared it like, I can't remember what they said, but they were basically like, our thoughts and we're with you, Georgia, we're here to support you. And so many people start commenting like 8 months, like that's insulting, like you've misread the room, we've been trying 8 years, like she doesn't even like 8 months is like, going back to what Zita said, it's completely normal in 8 months to still not be pregnant. It can take, you've only got 20% chance each month if you're over 30, whatever. But then I kind of thought to myself, like I've said before, I actually think that 6 to 9 months was probably the worst time of the whole TTC process because you suddenly get that wake up call of this might not happen. And it might, don't get me wrong, there's loads of people who it happens to after that amount of time. But it's suddenly where the rose tinted glasses come off. And that's, I think, the time when you can really start to play the blame game. And, and every little thing, that's why we've not got pregnant this month. And I do think, like, as much as I kind of understand where people are coming from and they're like, I think they've misread the room with this. Why is her feelings any less valid after 8 months
They're
of trying.
not. Yeah,
Exactly.
they're not.
And I feel like there's been a
actually,
few influencers who maybe have recommended certain places they were having treatment and then maybe come back after and said, well, we never felt comfortable the minute we walked in there. And people are like, I went there because of you. And again,
yeah.
I don't know if they've been
But
paid to share it. If they're being paid to share it, I think it's probably a bit different. But, you know, at the end of the day, treatment changes. And I think in the IVF space,
yeah.
and especially, and she's now, there was another influencer and she's saying, oh, you know, everyone's cowboys and they're like, everyone tries to take your money. And I'm like, well, those people you're saying are cowboys, you were genuinely promoting last month. But maybe that took her to realize, you know, it's only sometimes then you speak to someone else, then they will tell you that they were cowboys, or they'll say, well, I wouldn't have done that. And then you suddenly start doubting it. And I know we closed the page on it a few weeks ago. I can't bear it when you go from like clinic to clinic and they've all got such different opinions and they want to like tear into each other. But I just thought it was just because it came up literally this morning on my Instagram, and I did kind of think, I kind of get where people are coming from. Like, you know, 8 months in the grand scheme of people who've got, you know, serious issues like adenomyosis, endometriosis, blocked tubes. You know, someone saying, oh, it's been 8 months, we've not got pregnant. I get it. But I also know what it's like. We should all remember what it's like when you are trying. And that is the moment when those rose tinted glasses come off and you think, actually, what if this is going to be a bigger hill to climb than we thought?
And it's still 8 months. Like, that's still a good period of time.
Yeah. Someone was like,
and
that's
also,
8 tries. That's nothing. And I was like,
oh, yeah, but it's still like, that's not, I mean, she's been brave enough to share that story. Like, she knows that's going to get reach.
Helpful. Yeah, it's like
exactly.
Jessie King when she shared her IVF. She did this guide last night of like IVF.
Yeah.
What was it? It was like basically like if you know
Beginner's
nothing about
guide.
IVF, yeah. It's like if you know nothing about IVF, it's very, very basic.
Yeah.
But I remember when, like, you know, and everyone's, a few people were saying, oh, you know, because she partnered with Avenues. Well, I don't know, she probably paid for the treatment. And then it's like, well, just because she already had a child and it worked first time, it doesn't make her journey any less significant than anyone else's.
No, exactly. She's still going through it.
She still went through her journey. Yeah.
Yeah. I think also, like, goes what you're saying earlier, it goes back to like research, doing your own research. And just because someone else has been there, everyone's experiences are so different.
The comments on this particular woman, they were like, I literally went there because of you. And then I think the waiting times to this particular place have gone up loads. And everyone was like, I've been waiting ages. Oh, bad customer service was coming up.
Oh, no.
But yeah.
And also, like, going back to like relationships and stuff, like a friend of a friend, they went through like the whole IVF stuff and like they did it together. They were successful after 3 rounds, I think. And then he cheated on her. Like, left her. Like, after that, like, isn't that horrible? That's really, like, really sad. So
it's funny actually because did they have their baby then?
Yeah, they had the baby. Yeah,
I know someone else. One of our other friends has just been told me about that recently. That's happened, and they had embryos left, and I was like, "What?" Because then you've got to decide what you do with the embryos. Also, there's quite a famous influencer who's just said she's broken up with her partner, and I think they still got 11 embryos in the freezer. Never know.
Life is all about adapting.
You might have,
exactly.
you know, especially going back to this lady, you might have the best relationship of your life now after this. Like, you might be able to move on, you might have your children and happily ever after. It might not work, and actually it might not work for nothing to do with what happened when you were away. It might just, you know, and you change. Everyone says you change, you know, when you have babies and stuff, and you just don't know until it happens. Might make you stronger, might not.
Yeah, exactly. You don't know because it's going to be like a whole influx of hormones, everything going on. So you don't know how it's going to happen. You can't, no one can predict the future.
All you can do, I think, is try and work positively on your relationship every day. It's always going to be a work in progress, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, good luck. And thank you for giving us this discussion today.
Yeah, it's been a good discussion.
Between the lines and Charlie. What have you got for us on this hot week?
Some heat wave advice for the men and for the women as well.
Good. We need it.
So should we do like I'm trying to think what I did during my heat wave, apart from sitting naked. Get those ice packs in the freezer. That was what I say. You can buy like on Amazon. I know we don't like Amazon, but we do like Amazon. They've got these like circular ice packs, and they even come with a little cute cover. I think you probably get about like 8 or 10. So you can just rotate them because obviously they're going to warm up.
What were you doing with them?
When they've been on Tony's balls.
Oh, right, okay.
But also you can use them for yourself as well. Put them on your pulse points, like on your elbows.
One in each bra cup.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Take out the pads in the
Yeah.
bras. Replace
bikini.
Like
a chicken fillet.
That's actually what they're like. So that'd be quite nice. I might try that. There's a tip that we've just come up with on the spot. We go patent that, the Fertility Diaries tip.
Could make our own.
Exactly. Just get those ice packs in the freezer. You can use them for the man's balls. You can use your partner's balls. You can use them for your bras. You can use them on your pulse points. It's just nice to have an ice pack. It does cool you down.
Yeah.
Cold showers, like I think cool showers are actually more beneficial than freezing cold showers, especially before bed. A lukewarm shower is meant to be better for you, so that you're not. Otherwise, if you're going to have a cold shower, it's harder to actually cool down when you're laying in bed. So, didn't you say when you were during the heat wave, you were outside and you felt like you were outside most of the day, and actually when you went inside and you slept well, like last night?
No, so what I would do is stay outside, and then the minute the sun dipped down at 7:30 behind the tree, I'd go inside and have a shower, put my pajamas on, so like shorts, t-shirt, pajama style.
Yeah.
Come back outside, and then I'm not sticky anymore. So I'm a nice temperature because I've had a shower, and then it gets quite cold because you're sat. I sit outside till like 11 o'clock at night. I put my laptop in the garden, watch Love Island in the garden. And then I'd come in, and then because I'd be a little bit nippy by 11 o'clock, and then I'd be by the time I went to bed, I'd want the duvet.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah.
Worked well.
Well, women actually do take longer to acclimatise to heat than men. So I remember when we went on our honeymoon, and like we went to the Maldives, and we ran around the island, which was about 5K in total. And like Tony would be like flying around in the first day, and I'd be like, oh my God, it's so hot. It's so hot. It's like, it's not that bad. It'd be fine. And then by the end, I was like, oh, I'm actually all right. But it just does take women longer to acclimatise to the heat. So, which is an interesting fact. Also, I don't know how you do. I close the curtains and all the the blinds and the windows in the daytime.
But we're in a new build, and it just so holds the heat. Like it does not seem to hold the heat in the winter, so I don't know what goes on. But I ended up by Friday, I had to open every window, every blind, and let the air go from front to back because the dogs just couldn't breathe. Like it got to the stage where the inside was hotter than outside because it was just so stuffy. But that is, I think, because it's a new build, it just holds everything.
Okay. Yeah, because our houses are just ours is really old. Like this is I think like 60 years old. It's like they're built for like cold weather, aren't they? The older ones especially.
Well, my mum's house is always cold. Doesn't matter whether it's like summer or winter.
My parents' house is cold.
I'm taking the dogs next week, so at least in the heat wave they'll be cool.
Yeah.
That'll be nice for them.
Yeah, that would be nice. It's always a little bit cooler there as well, isn't it? I think. Eat water-rich foods like watermelon, cucumber. You can even then cut the cucumbers up and put them on your eyes as well. Maybe lay down for a bit. That'd be nice. Some lettuce. I don't know about you. I just did not have an appetite last week at all.
I drank a lot of sugary drinks actually last week. That is where one thing, and I think that's maybe why I felt so because
I just meant to.
No, but I just love like a crispy Diet Coke times 3 when it's sunny. Like I want them in a row because I'm like I want another one that's so good.
There is something about like having that kind of drink in a heat wave.
That's probably why I feel better this week because it's obviously stopped now.
Yeah,
I always have my electrolytes, but it's just like a little treat, isn't it? Because you're not hungry, and I'm like, I'll just have a Diet Coke instead.
Well, you do bloat more in the heat as well. So true. So there's that as well. But like, I think caffeine and sugar drinks not meant to be so good. But I mean, I was having my iced coffees every day, which was quite nice. Do you remember when we were on holiday when we were traveling, and our friend told us about the towels, and
the flannels.
You get the flannels, and you get them wet and put them in the fridge, and then you just lay them on you. That was.
Did you used to do that in the yachts as well? I got it from the yachts.
Yeah, we did it. Yeah, we did it.
Oh, you went on the yachts after traveling though, didn't you? She'd done it before.
She went before traveling.
Yeah, our friend used to work on yachts, so she when we were traveling, she was like, "You need to wet a flannel, roll it up, and then." It goes like all icy and cold. It's gorgeous.
It's lovely. Like I think the last year when I had heat wave, I had like a stock of them like in the fridge.
I didn't do that this year, but I wasn't that. I was quite enjoying being hot. I'm such a cold person. I just love being warm.
Really, I don't. Yeah. I just.
The only thing I don't like is the dogs because I've got 2 flat-faced dogs and trying to keep them alive. It's just a full-time job.
Yeah. Well, Nala likes to sit on me in the heat, and I'm just like, are you kidding me? Like it's so hot. Like get off. And a quite obvious one, you could take the duvet out of the duvet and we call it like the holiday bed because like when you go away on holiday and you just have like the thin sheet blanket thing. Yeah.
See, I get cold. Nice. I need my duvet.
Really?
God, I don't like being near the fan either, and I hate being. If we're on holiday, I do not like to be near the aircon. I like to be the furthest person away from the aircon.
You're like Tony. I'm like, can we have the aircon full blast? And
no,
like,
I hate it.
We had a fan and it has sleep mode. I was really excited about that. So also, I bought a new fan, and Tony said to me, "Oh, you don't really need that fan." And I was like, "Do you guess you wanted the fan more than me when we got it?"
Oh, gotta have those balls though.
Yeah, I should have been like, just sit down with your balls out. I did also buy some really nice cotton pajamas, like little pajama shorts.
Nice.
So I cannot sleep naked. When it's a heat wave as well, Nala's in the bedroom, and like these cotton pajamas actually make a difference. I don't know why I've not bought cotton pajamas.
Well, they wick away sweat, cotton, doesn't it? It's meant to be really, because like that's what they always say to wear, like when you go somewhere really hot. Like you'd be better off if you were in the desert in like a linen shirt and trousers than you would a bikini, because it would keep you cooler.
I think it did help because I did sleep better once I bought those. So and
so yours are from M&S, but Primark, if you need a more affordable version, Primark have loads of cotton stuff in now. They're really going hard on the cotton.
Oh, that's where I did not go yesterday, and I should have gone.
Oh, they've got loads of really cool prints and stuff in there.
Yeah. To be fair, I was short on time, but I did. Yeah, the cotton ones from M&S weren't that expensive, but Primark's a good shout. They have you said they have a lot of stuff in there. And then lastly, I think exercise. Just try and exercise if you really want to exercise. Like do your class, do it in the morning, do it in the evening. But actually, it's not so. The hotter you are, the more stress you're going to cause on your body. So if you really do want to do your exercise in the heat, early morning, late at night.
I went to yoga on Monday, but Monday wasn't that hot, and then because I couldn't take the dogs out, because I can't even walk my dogs even in the morning. So there's nowhere for them to recover, because as I said, the house is so hot. So they had to have a whole week off walks. They are loving life this week. Been back out, bless them.
I bet. I mean, Nala was going out early. Nala was actually in the kennels for a couple of days, which is probably the best place for her, because it's just so cold. They were saying that people brought their dogs, especially.
They have aircon
because of the heat wave. No, they must not have aircon. I think it's just stone floors. Like they've got fans and stuff going on.
Great idea, because it is quite stressful trying to look after a dog in a heat wave.
Yeah, we would have really struggled. Because of work as well. I don't know what we would have done with her, because it was way too hot in the house for her to be alone, and I wouldn't leave a fan on unattended.
Oh, we have to leave fans on unattended. We don't really have much choice with our dogs.
Really?
Yeah, if we go out and it's hot, like no. I know I don't like leaving them on. Like, Steve will leave a fan on as well. Like, or he'll like the one in our bedroom I would turn off in the morning. He'll just leave it on all day. They're very durable,
they're meant.
My dad though said my dad had a round one, like a round fan.
Yeah, we have one of those.
Well. He like a freestanding one, and he woke up in the night to like a massive bang, and he said the propellers had split like into like a million pieces. He was like lucky, like he wasn't like stood by it or something.
Yeah.
So that went bang. So yeah, it's very dangerous. So it's not a good idea.
Yeah, well, we've got a tower one now which has sleep mode, and actually you can control it from your phone, so it's really exciting.
Oh.
I know. Good. I was like laying in bed and I was like, this is a bit too powerful now, but I had made such a fuss about having the fan on. So I waited for Tony to fall asleep.
I couldn't give two hoots whether the fan was on, what number it's on. Just get into bed and go to sleep.
No, I need to have a cold room. I have to have a cold room, and the fan was blowing. And when it's like, it's like a bit of hair is like,
oh no,
like, it was like tickling me, and I was like, this is irritating. So I did turn it down. But yeah, hopefully some of hopefully some of those tips have helped for the upcoming heat wave as well.
Definitely.
So,
thank you.
Just remember, ice packs in the freezer, I think, most important for those balls.
The ice cream van was coming around every day here, and I'd hear the music, and I was like, so then I'd go and get myself a nice lolly out of the freezer at the same time. I was like, that's like my alarm to go get my ice lolly.
Thanks, ice cream van. What ice lollies did you have? We had these like cute watermelon ones.
No, I got these like, they were like full of shit. They were blue and like purple, sour, raspberry or something from... There wasn't many left in Aldi, because I went and did a food shop on the Monday or Tuesday. I can't remember what it was. Tuesday morning. Yeah. Because I was like, do a heatwave food shops. We've got like, like just little things like bits of chicken and like salad and stuff. Yeah. But they only had like a few packs of ice lollies left, so I just got them because I was like, at least there's something to. But they were really
sound nice.
They, as I said, probably absolutely horrific, but full of E numbers.
But you're not having them every day, so all about balance.
Especially not. The minute the heat wave goes, I'm like, ugh, I don't really like ice lollies. Hurt my teeth.
Yeah, they hurt my teeth as well.
So closing the page then, I wanted to close. We mentioned this was it last week or the week before? Reborn dolls. So reborn dolls keep coming up on my bloody Vinted. We're scrolling along, like I want to look at, shoes and dresses and nice things on Vinted that I might want to buy. And then these, I don't know where they've come from. They've started coming up, and I must have clicked on one because I was like, what the hell? So I know reborn dolls are those dolls that look really lifelike. Now there's a few uses for them. I know some of our friends buy them for their kids who love babies and like want to be a mum and stuff because they look like real children. You can also use them, I think, if some people do choose to use them if they've had a loss. So say if they maybe have had a stillborn, they might use the baby to kind of help them heal. It's not much evidence in that, I will say. Like, I'm not really sure who would recommend that, but I did look into it. Some people collect them, and then there are the people on TikTok who pretend they're real.
Yeah,
or they're not. Some of them are kind of jokey and some of them aren't. There's the reborn doll lady who, I can't remember what her name is, but she will literally dress them up and be like, Alison, time for tea. Like, Alison's having a tea party today. And then like Alison and like three of the other doll friends are like off out for the day. Yeah. Then I found this other guy, I think she was called Ray. And she was like off to a hospital appointment. And she's like, today I'm taking like this baby, has it in the pram. And she's like, oh, and she's doing like a day in the life vlog. And she's like, oh, the consultant like couldn't believe how gorgeous like Theo was. And then but someone's commented like, you do know this doll isn't real, right? And then one of them was like, she was like, yeah, obviously. And then someone else had commented, well, who's looking after the other? She has two apparently. It's like, who's looking after the other one if you're out with? And I'm like, wow, there's like a whole community out there.
That is a whole world, yeah.
But it's bizarre. Like, I went down such a hole, and like, I'm not saying close the page on reborn dolls, but then I was like, I wonder if this is a bit triggering for like people who have had losses to see these dolls. Some people who have stillborns do use them as like kind of therapy. And you can't judge, can you? Like, this woman who's pushing this doll around, like, you never know what. So because people will be quite, the comments were, as you can imagine, some people were like really into it, and some people were like, you are really weird. Like, what are you doing? And then it's like, you don't know why that person's doing it. But I think where it's a hobby, I just think that if you've got a reason, like, and you've maybe got, grief and you're feeling like you need to take that baby out with you and it's like your emotional support, fair enough. If you are doing it as a hobby, I do think it's a bit weird to be taking it to like a hospital appointment. And is it a bit triggering for other people?
If they're doing it on social media and Instagram, it's
so they're doing it for like views and true. That's a whole other thing, isn't it?
Because I bet she's got a lot of views.
Oh yeah. And so many comments, because as I said, it's like rage bait people. But I just found it fascinating, and like, it is important not to judge. It's like a lot of them will film these like a day in their lives with their dolls. One of them was like, oh, this is my newborn. She's got a new doll, and she was like, this is my newborn. She was like feeding it formula, and then apparently the formula was fake. Because I was a bit like, what the hell? She got real milk? Like, what on earth is going on? And then there was one that I really didn't like, and I thought it was too far. It had a feeding tube, and she'd ordered it premature baby clothes.
Oh wow!
And I was a bit like, do we really want a baby with a feeding? Like, what?
Yeah,
it was just all a bit much.
Yeah, that is a lot. But you don't know what people are going through. You don't know what people.
But that was the social media woman who took the one. I think she was the one who took the baby to the hospital appointment. And then you kind of think, what if there's someone's baby in NICU right now with a feeding tube, and you're kind of almost like, oh, look at my fake baby with its feeding tube. And that mum is going through absolute hell with her baby in a special unit, having to be fed through a tube, and all she wants to do is feed her own baby. And then you're kind of like making a
coming in. Yeah, it's a bit of
I don't know. It just made me feel a bit ooh. But like, I would like to close the page on them coming up on my Vinted, because it's just not I don't know where my algorithm went wrong, but it has opened my eyes to a whole new world that I'm not really sure I needed to know about, if I'm honest. I would have quite happily lived my life without knowing too much
Isn't
more.
That crazy that you've got that all on your Vinted, and like someone will be none the wiser and not know anything about reborn
and I'm
lady.
infertile, and I don't think it's fair that I have to see pictures of baby
dolls.
Vinted. I'm triggered.
Reports.
This is so weird. It's so weird. So I'd like to close the page on Vinted showing me reborn dolls. What about they're called reborn as well? I don't know.
Well, probably because they're like, we don't actually know. Why would they be called reborn dolls? Because they're not obviously real. So
reborn, not realborn. Reborn.
Reborn. But like, they're just reborn. Like, you're rebirthed, reborn. But like,
Christ.
I don't know.
But yeah, if you know anyone who maybe uses them for
Yeah. Maybe you could shed some more light
therapy.
on them.
Yeah, let us know.
Interesting.
And then positive affirmation to end on. Thought this was quite fitting because we're very focused on the positive affirmations for ourselves. I've gone for a couple one this month, week. We are on the same side, even on the hard days. So you're a team. You know, our nervous system likes a team, so let's utilize
it. Likes a partnership.
It does.
One of the P's.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
So yeah, we will be back on Thursday, guys, with our bonus episode with the Z2S team and also our dilemmas. Just a reminder that dilemmas are now on a Thursday. And then we'll be having lots of good chat with Isabel on Thursday too. And do remember, if you do want a consultation with Z2S, you can book at z2s.com/book, and code FDP10, Fertility Diaries Pod 10, will get you 10% off site-wide if you decide to order anything.
Yeah. And those consultations were so good.
So good. We will be having a catch up again with Isabel next month. So we'll keep you posted with how our kind of 3-month point has gone.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Do remember to like, follow, subscribe, leave a review and all that good stuff. And speak to you soon, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.